Hello, this is Josh Simmons with Prosper Sustainably, and I am here to show you some of what you can expect from the upcoming ETEP online training series. This ETEP training series begins the week of February 8th in 2016 and will involve 8 60 to 90 minute online training modules held on a weekly basis to guide you through the process of developing the most functional and useful EPA Tribal Environmental Plan possible. Let's briefly take a look at some of what you will learn about and a sample of the resources that you will have access to during this training series. Here's an ETEP strategic work plan, which is the most important element of your ETEP. This ETEP strategic work plan is going to make your life a lot easier. It is something that you will constantly refer back to as a roadmap for all of your environmental programs and even the non-environmental programs that your department may oversee. So let's do an overview of what you will find in this essential document. First, in orange, you have a brief description of each program that your department oversees. In this example, I only provided a few different program areas. Your department may oversee perhaps even a dozen or more program areas. Below this, you will find the high-level goals or desired outcomes for each program area. And in this case, you may find anywhere from 1 to maybe 5, 6, or even 7 high-level goals, long-term goals that you seek to accomplish for each of the program areas that your department oversees. And below that in blue are the actionable objectives over the next 4 years that you will implement to accomplish the goals for each program. So here there are goals for 2016. In addition, you even have possible activities that aren't yet part of the plan, but which you can enter and keep track of for future consideration. Let's focus on the objectives table because this is the heart of your roadmap. And as you will see, this table has many of the same elements that you will find in your GAP, Clean Water Act 106, Clean Air Act, Tribal Wildlife Grant, and other grant work plans. Those same work plans that you have to prepare each year for your grant proposals. So some of those elements will include first the major objectives or milestones that you will want to accomplish or need to accomplish in a given year. The capacity indicator numbers in column C, which are useful for your GAP grant proposal. You may have a role area. Scrolling over further, you will see outputs and deliverables, intermediate outcomes, due dates, primary staff responsibilities, the estimated work years for each staff member, estimated costs, etc. One exciting thing about the training program is that you will learn how to use the ETEP strategic work plan to easily prepare your GAP and other grant work plans. Next, let me show you some of the filtering functionality so that you can quickly go to and focus on the exact information that you want. So we can go here and we can remove all the other areas and just select the climate change area so we can see the climate change objectives over the next 4 years. One thing you also can do is a brief segue. This is another function that I want to point out is if you go over here and you can actually prepare reports that show the cumulative work years for all staff members across the entire plan. First, let's note that your air quality specialist for 2016 has 0.95 work years, so just under a full work year. So there might be a little bit of room to increase the amount of work years for your air quality specialist. So let's go back to the prior example where you're in your meeting with your air quality specialist. And let's say you're talking with your air quality specialist about the status of the climate change vulnerability and risk assessment objective, which is right here on row 39. So this is scheduled to be accomplished in 2016, but you find out during this meeting that this objective was essentially completed in the last quarter of 2015. So scrolling over to the estimated work years, your air quality specialist says that she anticipates only spending about another 8 hours to finalize the vulnerability and risk assessment report. So if you go over here and let's say the original estimate was, this is supposed to say 240 actually, and the original estimate was for 0.115 work years, and you want to adjust this down and say, well, they say it's going to take 8 hours, but let's overestimate and just say it's going to take 20 hours to complete. So that drops you down from, about 0.11 work years to 0.01 work years. We can go back to the pivot table reports now and refresh this table and see now that we have 0.84 work years for your air quality specialist across all objectives. Now you see that you have about 0.15 work years that you could reallocate toward other objectives, either new or existing for the upcoming year. Another challenge that you may have in developing your ETEP is coming up with goals and objectives. Through this training series, you will have exclusive access to a large catalog of goals and objectives that I and my staff have developed through prior work and research. Let me pull this up for you and just show you an example. In this catalog, I have thousands of sample objectives for over a dozen different program areas, ranging from environmental emergencies to waste management. So you can see I can scroll through different areas right here. Now let's go back here. Some other things you will learn during this training are how to easily create Word documents of any portion of this plan that you can easily share with anyone, such as this Word document right here that's just focused on the tribe's climate change program over the next 4 years. You will learn how to efficiently update your ETEP strategic work plan on a regular basis and how to have a perpetual 4-year plan to always provide direction to you and your staff. This means that you will have a living plan that always covers the next 4 years. So in 2016, you will revise this plan to then cover the years 2017, 18, 19, and 20. And this plan never has to be completely recreated or need overhaul to revise it, like an integrated waste management plan or other static resource management plan, which is probably sitting on your shelf right now, not really being used on a regular basis. You will learn how to use this document as a tool to gain buy-in from leadership and other stakeholders, how to manage and implement programs at any staff level, from director to frontline employee, how to develop an overarching strategic plan with your department's mission, vision, values, and SWOT analysis, and how to link this strategic plan to your ETEP, and I guarantee you will learn so much more. This training will be valuable for both those who have yet to develop an ETEP and those who have already prepared their ETEP. For those that have already prepared their ETEP, this training will provide an abundance of valuable information to help you improve and get the most out of your existing ETEP. You can use the link provided in the description below this video and go straight to the Eventbrite registration page shown here. You can also visit my website at prospersustainably.com, and you will see it in the recent posts for the ETEP online training series for more information, which also has a link to the registration page. Through this ETEP online training series, I plan to deliver the best and most valuable training experience that you have ever participated in. I hope you will register now and join us in February. Thank you.